Hey everybody, this is Keith here of Euphoria Pictures. Welcome back to my channel. So we're at the end of the month of January and we've got another release from Titans Occult, and this is their second release this month, which is actually kind of strange for Titans. They normally only put one out a month. So yeah, I'm just starting to get a little bit concerned about Titans at the moment because we haven't heard a thing from them on their future releases. Now normally by now we would have heard of either the next two releases, at least the next two releases, but there's no sign of any news at all, which is a little bit concerning, but I'm hoping we hear something soon. I hope this is not the beginning of the end. So yes, for this month we have got The Matrix, and I think when they released the pictures in this, I think the internet just exploded. They wanted this release. It looked absolutely amazing. When they released the picture, particularly of the steelbook itself, it was just jaw-dropping. It definitely had the potential to be the best looking steelbook they've brought out. And I'll get into that now in a second. But before I do a quick unboxing of this, I just wanted to do just a quick shout out to everyone. My last video I done on the Ghostbusters box set, I have to admit I was blown away by the amount of people that left comments on that video. It's the most comments I have ever gotten on a video, and I have to admit it was a bit overwhelming that night. I could not believe it. But the amount of support, because I never want to, it's not my intention when I make video like that, it's not my intention to kind of step on anyone's toes. That's not what my channel is all about. I just felt with that release that I could not keep my mouth closed and I had to say something about it. And I have to admit, every single comment was unbelievably positive and amazingly supportive. So again, a huge thank you to everyone out there for leaving comments, and whoever viewed the video as well. I can't tell you how much it means to me. So right folks, let's not waste any time. Let's get on to this release and see exactly what it looks like. Right, so here we go, and this is the artwork they opted for, and of course they were going to use this. Come on, it's The Matrix. What else were they going to use? As you can sort of see there in the background as well, you can sort of see the steelbook, and it just blends in perfectly with the front cover. And you can also see the magnet there in the middle as well, and the pin is down there somewhere as well. It can sort of be seen. It can sort of see it when you kind of bend it against the light. But yeah, absolutely amazing cover, and yeah, done a very good job with it. So that is the spine of it, and it's the same with every other release. You have Titans up at the top, and you got your Matrix and then Warner Brothers at the bottom. So it's the same, just kind of all the way. As you can see, the artwork continues on the top of it as well. You get that green kind of Matrix look, and then that's the bottom of it, and then on the other side is just the Matrix written. So yeah, great. It looks amazing. Very, very happy with it. So I'll take us around to the back of it, and that's everything you get with it. That's all your special features as well. I'll hold this up close if you want to have a look at the technical aspects of it. It does support Dolby Vision. It does have Dolby Atmos as well. So it's got all the bells and whistles, so to speak. So I will remove the J card if I can. Again, Titans Occult, they just can't seem to make their minds up whether to have these J cards or not. Very, very strange. See if I can get it off without doing any damage, which I'm afraid I might. Okay, wait down. There we go. And they opted for the glue spots, the glue spots, and them alone can be actually kind of frustrating as well. So really wish to just stop with them J cards. But having said that, you wouldn't get this nice artwork that you get on the back of this. So yeah, it's kind of a mixed bag when it comes to them J cards. So yeah, that's the back artwork. So I'm gonna put that J card back on because this thing will stick to everything. So yeah, that's it back on. So let's open it up, and we'll have a look at the pins and the steelbook itself. So here we go. Right, so we will take a look at the pins and the magnet. So that's the two of them there. Actually, let me take them out so we can get a proper look. If it decides to come out, there we go. So there is the magnet, and it looks fantastic, and there's a bit of weight to it as well for a magnet. Yeah, it's nice, and it's the first time they've ever kind of put a magnet onto a release of theirs. So yeah, digging on that. It's pretty cool. So yeah, that is the magnet. And put that back in, and then I'll take out the pin, and the pin for this one is actually very, very small. See if I can get it in focus there for you. So as you can see, it's the Matrix is everywhere, and you got two cats. So yeah, that's the scene, the deja vu scene. So yeah, it's a bit small. It's definitely one of those smaller pins, but it's decent. It's definitely not the best I've ever seen, but look, it'll have to do, I suppose. Right, so that's the two pins. Let's get on to the Steelbook. And this is what really kind of drew everyone, I think, to this release. That is absolutely amazing. I am blown away by the Steelbook. It definitely would be up there with one of the best Steelbooks the Titans have brought out. Looks amazing. And then that's the spine of it there. And then to the back. And yeah, just looks beautiful. It really, really does. And then I'll open it up and I'll show you the full Steelbook. Yeah, it really is definitely one of the finest they brought out. Absolutely amazing. Right, so take us around then and show you the discs. So this is the 4K disc you have there, and then you've also got the picture of Neo, Trinity and Morpheus. I hope you can make that out. So I'll put that disc back in. Then you've got the Blu-ray disc, and then that brings us on to, I presume, our bonus features. So yeah, this is a 3-disc set. You don't get 3 discs often with Titans, and then that's the rest of the artwork. So that is a very, very, very nice Steelbook. I'm really, really happy with it, and kudos to Titans on this one. It's definitely a beautiful release. Right, folks, so there you have it. That is everything inside the set, and definitely up there with one of the finest looking Steelbooks that Titans have done. Granted, the pins were a bit underwhelming, but it's still a very, very nice release, and very, very happy to have it in my collection. So the 4K picture on this one is actually complicated. This is probably one of the most complicated transfers to kind of describe on video. But I think one of the huge complaints that people made against this release was this kind of green tint that we got on the picture for the Blu-ray and the previous DVD before that. The greens were very, 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 very evident on that picture, but on these ones it's a bit more refined. It's a bit more toned down. That's actually the word I'm looking for. They're not near as obvious as they were on that Blu-ray, and a lot of people didn't like it. Now, me personally, I don't mind it. I think what they've done here, where the greens kind of have a bit of black to them now and a bit of white, it doesn't look as... yeah, it just doesn't look as bold as them greens did look on that Blu-ray. But I think they did a great job in it. I really do, and I do not mind the colour timing on it. I think it looks fine. Fine detail across the board is absolutely stunning. It really, really is. Fine detail can be seen on the pores of people's faces. The clothing and the textures look absolutely amazing. The blacks are dark, they're inky, they're very bold, and they look amazing. Shadow detail across the board again looks amazing. There is a fine layer of grain through this release, and it can be heavy in certain places. There's one scene in particular when Neo is being interrogated by Agent Smith. When his kind of mouth kind of disappears, that scene looks it looks incredibly heavy, and it can be a little distracting if I'm being totally honest. But thankfully it's only in a handful of scenes, and look, grain haters, you have nothing to worry about. It still looks immaculate. This does have HDR and Dolby Vision, and I've noticed with my Dolby Vision, just on this release, not every release that has Dolby Vision, but the Dolby Vision on this one just seemed to kind of darken the picture just a little bit more than the HDR. And you know what, for a film like The Matrix, I'm okay with that. I think it looks absolutely amazing. So the colours are... there's no problems with the colours in this movie. They look absolutely amazing. Look, it's not a demo worthy this, but it's very, very close to it. And I have seen the sequels as well on 4K, and I can tell you now, the sequels are nearly identical to the picture quality on this. It really does look amazing. Now, the Dolby Atmos is on another level, and we all know this. When we all went to see this in the cinema, the sound is what really blew us away. It was absolutely jaw-dropping, and I can tell you now, it has continued on over to the 4K transfer. It's frightening. It's frightening how scary the sound is on this release. Wow, I thought my shelves were going to crumble down on top of me in this room when we were watching it. It was amazing. So, look folks, if you're on the fence of whether or not to pick this up in 4K, it's a no-brainer. Granted, okay, the colour timing does look a little different, you know, but it's not a drastic change. There is a difference there, but it shouldn't distract too much. So that is it, folks. That is my quick video on the Titans Occult release of The Matrix, and very happy to have this in my collection. So as per usual, folks, if you did like this video, please do give it a thumbs up, and if you could leave a comment down below and let me know your thoughts on this release. And yeah, I hope to see you all again real soon with my next video. So take care, folks, out there. Stay safe. Bye bye.